Well, here on Motorhead Garage, we love performance, and we also love diesels. We know you do too. And if you've got a diesel, you're going to love this show. We have a device that you can put on your diesel, super simple, and it's going to make it run like it should have from the factory. Stay tuned, because Motorhead Garage is trucking.
Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest in exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Motorhead Garage is presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
This is Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. You know, trucks like this 1971 Chevy truck are some of the most popular vehicles in the market these days. And if you've got a 1947 through 1987 Chevy or GMC truck, Brothers Trucks, Dave, is the only place to go. It's your one-stop shop.
Right.
Now, we wanted to clean up the look of this one, and we did that. Take a look at the driver's side over there. It's got the vent window in it. Changed it with a kit from Brothers Trucks. First of all, why remove the vent window in the first place?
A couple of different reasons. Obviously, the sleek, modern look is a way to go that really updates your truck. Now, vent windows were nice, but over the years, the rubber gets old and tired. It starts whistling. Even if you rebuild it, a lot of times you'll get that whistling noise through and such. So instead of rebuilding it, just take the cost of the rebuild and go ahead and buy the one-piece window kit, get the modern look, get rid of the noise, and take care of all the components on the inside, too, at the same time.
And those aren't as important anymore. Back in the old days, you probably didn't have air conditioning.
Right.
So you had to crank that thing open, but now you probably put AC in your truck if you've redone it.
Right, yeah.
And, this is the way to go.
Right. Then we got AC kits, too, for that matter.
Excellent.
And it's not that difficult of a kit to install, really. I mean, all the tools you should have, a drill, screwdriver, all that kind of stuff, no big deal stuff, a die grinder. And all we're going to be doing is just taking out all of the old guts. I'll take the channel that went on the other side of the vent window here, and I'll cut it down and modify it so that it fits right down in here. I drill a little hole down there, and there's a little screw holding it down there. And right here, you can see this aluminum piece that we have made. And this is real specific because it already has the hole drilled in it and everything with a nut that's in there. So this is going to go into the original hole that the vent window went in right here. So there's no guesswork or measuring or anything like that for this piece. You have to cut this piece down to fit it in there. You'll notice that these felts on top, they're the full length going right here. It's very specific. It has this little curve right here to match the curvature in the door. We didn't just go get these and just cut them longer. And right in here, there's a back channel you're going to take out and modify a little bit, cut down a little bit. We got these channels right up in here too, and this is a specific channel with relief cuts in the front and relief cuts right here so that it bends in the right spots. We didn't just get a longer one and try to stiff it in there. So we are constantly taking our kits and installing them. If you go to YouTube and you check out Brothers Trucks channel, you'll be able to see how to install this piece by piece and every little helpful handy hint I can put in there, along with everything on 47 to 53, 55 to 59, 67 to 72, 73 to 87. We got one-piece window kits for every single one of those trucks. And we install every one. We do it on YouTube, and you can go there and you can watch it, so you don't have to have any questions. But if you have any questions, you give us a holler.
In between the YouTube videos and the instructions that come with it, you should have everything you need in the first place.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, it's not that difficult to install. So it just took us about an hour or two. Definitely, before you order the kit, make sure that you're getting all your peripherals at the same time. You don't want to do this and then have an old door handle on there. You want to make sure that your window regulator isn't bad. You got to make sure that the channel that the glass is sitting in isn't all rusted out. So take your door panel off, see what you need, and order everything at once so you don't get halfway through the job and then have to get back on the phone and wait for more parts. Knock it all out once.
And that's one thing I noticed about this kit. You're reusing a lot of the original parts, right, but Brothers Trucks also sells replacement parts in case you need them.
Right, so if you didn't have the vent window, they sell those. You don't have this back channel, they sell that. I mean, you can almost build an entire car and not use any original pieces at all anymore. And the parts that are coming out are absolutely fantastic. I put a hood on recently. I didn't have to modify it at all. I just scuffed it down, painted it, bolted right on, lined straight up.
Well, this one little change that we've made a huge difference in the appearance of the truck. Now, this works on the 71, but of course, they have it for your truck. You can get a one-piece window kit, everything from 1947 to 1987. Check it out at brotherstrucks.com. We'll return with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. We're going to keep on trucking. Hope you come with us.
Some high-performance facts. Top-field dragsters are the fastest accelerating manned vehicles on the planet. They can cover a 1,000-foot drag strip in just over 3.5 seconds. The cars burn about 15 gallons of nitromethane fuel over the course of a single run. And the top speed? 338 miles an hour. Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Shark Industries, a weld above the rest. And by Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Out for a little cruise with our friend Eric from Stealth Performance. And now, Eric, you were on the show previously and you showed us what the Stealth Performance module does. So recap it for the folks that didn't get to see it.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be on the show. So the module, it plugs in underneath the hood. It's factory style connectors. You don't have to cut or splice or anything like that. It gets shipped directly to customers, so they just typically just install it in their driveway.
It's a piece of cake to install.
Yeah.
And I know the first question everybody asks you, and I'm going to be cliche asking you again, what about the warranty on the vehicle when you install the Stealth Performance unit?
Well, as long as you remove it before service, there's going to be no footprint left behind. What I mean by that is we don't flash the ECM, so it doesn't affect the flash count, and it doesn't reprogram the truck's computer. So there's never going to be a history of it being reprogrammed.
Very cool. And we showed the installation. What's involved in that?
It's just real simple. You just plug in line with your fuel pressure signal and your boost signal. And it just works by bringing the pressure up earlier, so you get that efficient plume out of the injectors, and also bring your boost on sooner as well.
And we're not looking at people that want to do a wheelie in the truck
No.
and blow a lot of smoke. You're talking about people that want to use the truck the way it's supposed to be used as a truck.
Correct. Yeah, this isn't something you'd use to build a race truck. It's something you'd use if you were hauling your race truck or your horses or your camper with your family.
All right, well, let's put our money where our mouth is here. We're going to get on the highway. The on-ramp is where it matters a lot. We're going slowly onto the ramp, and we're going to hit it as we go. I'm used to diesels being real sluggish at the bottom end. There's a big delay when you hit the gas pedal a lot. And this thing picks right up. This is great.
Yeah, this is a nice little incline right here, and you can see that the RPMs are staying down, and you can see it's just pulling strong.
Oh yeah, boy, it's pulling all the way. This is great. Now my father-in-law has a fleet of diesel trucks, and I always opt for some of the other trucks that aren't diesels, especially in the wintertime for this very reason. I don't like that sluggishness at the bottom end. This is really pulling well.
Yeah, they just feel like a dog. It's crazy because they advertise these things with big horsepower figures, big torque figures, but coming from a gas vehicle to a diesel, everyone's always disappointed.
And we touched on it, this isn't for the folks that are trying to do wheelies and, go drag racing and things like that. You've got this with the everyday person in mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like to say it's a silent majority.
I like it.
Yeah, people that actually use their trucks for what they're designed for. And this will make the truck run like it should have from the factory. So it's not like it's pushing anything beyond what it was designed to do. It's just going to wake it up and give it that little something where you can feel it in the seat of your pants when you touch the throttle.
We talked last time about some of the units that plug in under the steering wheel. This is not that.
No, it's not. So you won't need gauges. We can hear each other talking. You're not listening to the drone of a wide open exhaust or anything like that. It's a completely stock truck, and you don't have to worry about any other modifications.
And I've seen a lot of other units that are out there, and you are getting better performance, but you're sacrificing miles per gallon, and you're optimizing it really here.
Yeah, and a lot of these diesels, people buy them for long hauls and towing. Like right now we're towing this truck, and we get the RPMs way down. We're at 1,500 RPM, just cruising highway speed, and it's just getting down the road where it feels like it's not working so hard. So while we don't guarantee mileage because there's way too many factors involved, the majority of our customers do report a nice little increase.
Excellent. This is kind of the everyman's module that he's going to want for his diesel, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's a great baseline. Like this is like, sometimes you want to do all types of different modifications, but this is the best thing to start with, where it's real non-invasive and you don't have to take that leap of faith.
Eric, we saw the installation process. It's super simple. What if I got a different kind of setup or I just can't figure it out? What are my resources?
Yeah, so if you're ever wondering what's going on or diagnosing or troubleshooting, that's one of the benefits of a module where, like a tuner, if you have an issue, call a tow truck, where with a module, you just unplug it and it's right back to factory. And you can get a hold of us 24/7 on our tech line. We're always available.
I mean, this really is something everybody with a diesel should have. Where can they get one?
I would just jump right on our website, stealthmodules.com, and give us a call and let us know if you have any questions.
All right, if you've got a diesel, you need one. It's from Stealth Performance. Check them out online. We will return with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coating, so don't go away.
Massachusetts and Missouri were the first states to require driver's licenses way back in 1903. But it wasn't necessary for drivers to actually take a test. Which state was the first to require both an exam and a license for all drivers? Ohio, Indiana, New Jersey, or Rhode Island? It was Rhode Island in 1908. Coincidentally, the year the Model T made its debut. Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
We are Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. You know, your vehicle's exhaust system is so important. It can make your vehicle more efficient, and of course it can cut down on emissions and pollution, but a good system can make your car perform better and sound amazing. And Troy Carnes has made a reputation of doing just that with his exhaust systems at Karnage Performance Exhaust. Troy's been in the business for over a quarter century, and his shop has become an exhaust system powerhouse. His years of research and development and hard work have led to some stunning muffler designs, and they're known for top-notch performance and sound. Karnage mufflers are made in the USA. Their quality is second to none, made from 14-gauge aluminized steel. And all Karnage mufflers come with a lifetime warranty. That's unbelievable in the business. The Karnage line comes in 3 series. There's Series 1, which you gotta love. It's their loudest and most aggressive muffler, perfect for getting some attention. And if that's a little over the top for you, then I recommend Karnage Series 2 mufflers. You'll still get a loud, deep tone, but not quite as aggressive as the Series 1. And then there's the Series 3. You'll get a deep low tone with a milder sound, but people will still know you're around when you get on it. So to me, that sounds like the perfect solution for your daily driver. You can be a mild-mannered reporter Monday through Friday and a superhero on the weekends. You will love Karnage mufflers because of their great tones, and you won't get that annoying drone sound when you're on the highway. Karnage Performance Exhaust sells directly to consumers and also to professional muffler shops, and they ship to all 50 states. You can go to KarnagePerformanceExhaust.com. I love the website, by the way, because right on the front page, you can click on the videos and listen to some of the Karnage mufflers throwing out some beautiful sounds. If you have a hot rod with a big cam, or if you have a new vehicle with catalytic converters, Karnage is the way to go. Karnage Performance Exhaust, made in the USA and warranted for life. Go check them out. Now, I grew up in Ohio, and like a lot of folks in the northern part of the United States, Joe, I was used to rock salt when I was growing up, and that led to corrosion and rust on your vehicle all the time. It was just kind of a fact of life. Now there's the brine that you drive through. You see them spray it down before a snowfall. How is that different from the salt that we used to see?
Oh, it's much more effective on the roads.
It's great on the roads, right?
Much more corrosive on your vehicle. So we've had a problem. Let's say this vehicle comes into us and the customer has to drive through brine to get it in. We were trying to prep and clean these vehicles so that they could be boss waxed, and we weren't happy with any of the products that were available on the market. And like so many of our products, what we did was turn to our chemist and said, hey, listen, we need to break down that sticky additive that they put in road brine to be able to effectively clean this vehicle and have a good surface to bond the wax to. And so we now developed our salt brine eliminator, and we use them on our own vehicles when they come in if they've driven through the brine. We also sell it to you as a consumer to use just to maintain your own vehicles.
Once the salt brine remover has been used, what happens to the vehicle next?
So in this case, we're going to let it set overnight dry, and then we're going to apply our wax. In your case, you simply spray it with the foam applicator, rinse it off, and you've removed all of those contaminants, which a car wash doesn't do. Car washes in many cases are going to recycle their water, They cannot and they do not remove sodium in that process.
You go into a car wash thinking you're doing the right thing, and turns out it's not.
You're pushing that salt water back up into the body cavities, and it's detrimental. It's actually counterproductive.
How often does the oil need to be reapplied to the vehicle?
The oil should be reapplied on an annual basis, and you should avoid high-pressure undercarriage washes. Go in and have the shell wash, but you don't need to do anything underneath. Let the oil do its job.
Well, just like you get your oil changed, just like you change your transmission fluid, all that stuff, you can also change the oil underneath your car. It'll protect it from rust. We are so proud to have NHOU Protective Coatings as a sponsor here on Motorhead Garage, and we're proud to bring you lots of cool products for your vehicle. We've got a whole lot more coming up next, so stay tuned.
The earliest automobiles were started using a hand crank. That often required a lot of strength and could potentially pose a danger to the operator if the crank kicked back or started rotating with the engine. The first electric starter was installed on a British car in 1896, and the 1912 Cadillac Touring Edition was the first American production car to be offered with an electric starter. Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. TORNADER, the must-have detailing tools. Stealth Performance Products, providing diesel performance solutions. And by Lucas Oil Products, keep that engine alive.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. You know, each week we talk about the Magic Creeper, and yeah, you can believe us, we use it around the shop all the time, but don't take our word for it. We talked to Jeff Fields, who owns Motor Mile Motors in Bristol, Tennessee. He says he uses the Magic Creeper all the time, and he loves it.
I'm at the auction buying 40 to 60 trucks a month. I can get down on my hands and knees and take a look under there, but honestly, you bring your trucks back, you get them in your shop and do inspection on them. You find probably 2 out of 10 of them is going to have a hole in the frame. You got to send them right back to the auction. It's very important for me to have quality vehicles on my lot. There are a lot of the states around us do inspection, like Virginia, North Carolina, and stuff like that. They go checking the trucks, they find rust under them. Sometimes they won't even put an inspection sticker on them. So we try to make sure that we are selling non-rusted trucks that will pass inspection for other folks in other states and stuff like that. We don't want no problems, like when they go do their brakes and stuff like that, bolts breaking and stuff like that. So, you know, this thing right here has saved me thousands of dollars being able to spot the rust before I buy the truck. I got a couple guys that work for me that go with me to the auctions. They love it because it's really rough getting down on your hands and knees and crawling underneath the truck and get dirty and stuff like that. That keeps you clean. It's very comfortable, light, easy to carry around. I can take it to auction with me and I get finished and throw it back in my truck. It don't even know it's back there. I mean, it's very convenient. We actually use it here quite a bit too, believe it or not. If a customer comes in wanting to trade a vehicle in, we can't pull it in the shop and put it up on lift and check it, you know. So we just use the Magic Creeper out here on the parking lot, crawl underneath their truck and check it, because like I said, at least 2 out of 10 trucks out here on the highway is rusted bad. I got the Magic Creeper. Man, it's a lifesaver. I mean, I've had several people ask me about it, and I highly recommended it. I mean, there's a couple dealers has asked me where they could get it at because they've seen me getting underneath the trucks. And of course, now they're following me around the auctions and bidding on the same trucks I am because they know they're rust-free trucks.
We have seen the product line from the last coat in action, but now's your chance to get a piece of the action because there is a special bundle for Motorhead Garage viewers. What are folks getting, Nick?
So the Motorhead bundle is going to give you the last coat, which is going to be our flagship product, give you great hydrophobic properties and great cleaning, self-cleaning from the vehicle. We also offer Go 2, which is the only graphene and ceramic waterless wash available on the market. We also offer Iron Off. This is our wheel cleaner, and you can also use it for paint decontamination as well. We also offer Clear SR, which is our water spot remover. It's an acid-based product to remove calcium and mineral deposits from your glass, chrome, and paint. We also offer Ceratrim, which is our trim restoration product. It will bring back any type of black or gray plastics to original luster. We also offer Ceratex here, which is our fabric protectant product. It's going to give great hydrophobic properties as well as a self-cleaning effect because things are going to stay on top of the surface rather than soaking into the fibers. Then we also offer the Last Soap. This is going to be for using in a traditional wash bucket method or a foam cannon. Very easy to apply, and it also has a little bit of TLC in there to give you some protection as well after the wash. And then we also have AMP here, which is a hybrid topper for the last coat. This will add slickness and gloss to this coating if you just want that extra, as well as a booster to the last coat to rejuvenate it. We also have the Bare Slate Clay Mitt here. It'll come in this box, and this is for decontaminating your paint surface, removing that rough feel that washing cannot remove for you.
Well, if you want to try out the Last Coat's products for yourself, it's not that big a leap because there's a great deal for Motorhead Garage viewers, but there's really no risk at all.
No, there is not. We offer a 365-day money-back guarantee on all our products.
So that's the longest in the industry, right?
It is the longest in the industry, you are correct.
Check it out for yourself at thelastcoat.com/Motorhead and get your Motorhead package. Well, it is car wash day here at Motorhead Garage. And before we get out of here, I want to remind you, if you've got a product like the Last Coat that you want to see on our show, email Jeff at masterstv.com. We'll get you here in our studio. Until next week, we will see you next time here on Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. So long, drive safely.